Hi everyone, Madeline with Madeline Bow Artistry. I am working on a pretty challenging painting, but I've always loved a challenge, so I'm stepping right into it. So I have been requested a commission piece to use mainly black, the next dominant color orange, and then a seafoam green, which looks blue in here, but I promise you it is green. It's a kind of both. And then I also added a metallic bronze copper color and a little bit of white. And why this is a challenge, so here if we look at the color wheel, we have orange on one side, and then there goes my seafoam green, basically on the opposite sides of the color wheel. So mixing these two together, the colors are gonna wanna make brown. So the idea is for this painting is how do we get a successful painting when we're using two sides of the color wheel and we're using a Dutch pour. So Dutch pour is going to use a blow dryer and it's going to want to mix those colors as it goes and floats along the canvas. So that's what we're going to resolve over here, and I'll show you all my tips and tricks as I go through this painting. So stand by. Hi everyone, so here I have a 12 by 24 inch gallery wrap canvas, and I'm going to be doing a Dutch pour, but I'm going to be using colors that don't quite go well together. So I have this orange and this seafoam green. Now if I mix these two together, I'm going to get a brown. So going to do a Dutch pour is going to be interesting. So I've practiced this on a couple of canvases, and I think I have a pretty good technique. So I'll walk you through what it is that I did or what I'm going to do. So I'm going to first layer this. There are three colors we're going to be using mainly are those two and black. And I'm already painting these black on the sides to make sure I don't have to worry about getting that coverage on the white canvas there. And gonna kind of keep this simple. So I have this black, and this black here is pretty thin. You see that there, it just kind of goes right back into the painting itself, into the paint itself. And for the other two, they're a little bit thicker. So this one here leaves a trace, see that? And it leaves a little bit of a mound, not so much like this one does. This one's just a little bit thinner. And same with this one. That also leaves a trace, and it leaves a mound. So that's gonna be key, is to keep these colors thicker than the base. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay this base on. I'm gonna use the blow dryer to blow the base over. Okay, so that black layer is now on. Just got a couple. So I'm just going to layer a few pools of paint. Next, I'm coming in with some white. And I'm just gonna sprinkle it over as I just did with those colors on each one, and just to give it a little bit of vibrancy. Lastly, for some metallic, I have a little bit of a bronze copper. You can see that better on here to help with that orange a little bit. And I clean up some of my little specks that get everywhere. I want to keep some of that black intact. Okay, so there we go. We got all our colors on the canvas. The last thing left to do is to put a little bit of the black before we blow around the designs that we've created in order to help them to travel and not overstretch on each other. Just going to go ahead and add that around. Okay, time to go ahead and blow this baby out. I'm going to blow some of the black over some of the colors and then come back and blow it out. Now you can see here, I'm really taking my time and I have the blow dryer on low and I'm making sure that I do take my time because I do want to make sure that I don't over mix. And because I have blown the black over and hope to get some of that metallic to really react, I'm hiding where the paints are actually on the canvas. So I'm kind of going by memory here where everything was laid out before and trying to bring out those colors that are underneath the black that are hiding. And definitely, like I said, taking my time and minding my space and also making sure not to overmix. Because if I get one pool inside of another pool, then I run the risk of overmixing the colors. And if I blow too hard and too quickly, then I also run the risk of overmixing those colors. What I want to do is make sure that the two colors do get mixed enough with the white and the bronze that I had placed, the copper bronze that I had placed over it. And in the thin areas where to pick up some of that black. So I will get natural levels, shades of the different individual colors. So I'll get multi-shades of the seafoam green and multi-shades of the orange. So yeah, we'll just keep on with this process and we're almost done. Oh my goodness, this one is so much better. Oh my. I'll show you the two side by side. This is gonna be number two, and I'll show you number one at the end of the video and why I went ahead and redid this canvas. And I'm so happy that I did. I used less designs on this one that I did the other, and that made all the difference in the world. It really did. For the close-up, here is the wet results. Absolutely Amazing. I did fiddle a little bit through there just to get some veins in that one there. Just look at these beautiful cell reactions in this corner here. Wow, amazing. Did not get too over mixed. You can see the color still coming in. Mostly orange like they wanted. They wanted different tones of orange. So instead of doing the different tones of orange, I used one orange. And then because of the black and the white and the bronze, I figured I'd get natural tones, which I did. And you could really see them through here. And there's that seafoam green right there, highlighting that particular one. A little bit of character here, showing all the colors coming in. And then this corner here really gave me that green I was looking for highlights. There's some more character there. Great depth and definition through there. Kept a lot of the negative space in play. Look at this one here. Came over the edge just a little bit here and there. Not too much, which I wanted to mostly stay on canvas, which we did manage to do. And then, this right here, this area right here, stunning. Lots of the bronze played in there. Looks like a butterfly's wing. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's the view from my perspective. And I will show you this along with trouble number one when it's dry. And my test canvases that I use in order to practice to get this technique. All right, thanks. See you in a bit. Hi everyone, so I'm back. So I brought the test canvases that I did, and just as a reminder, the two colors that want to make brown because they are on the opposite sides of the color wheel. And so the challenge was to have mostly black on the canvas. Second was going to be most dominant was going to be the orange, and then the seafoam green. And I did use some bronze just to bring in some highlights there. So this was my first test canvas. I'll show you that. And you'll see here, it has a lot of shimmer, but you'll see how these colors just overmixed. This didn't work out. It was supposed to be just a Dutch pour, and I did get some interest in here, but way too much overmixing. So I went ahead and decided on the, instead of doing it the way I did this one, which was, I did still pour the colors separately, but there was just too much paint on the canvas, and I tried to blow all the paints throughout. So then I just did separate little individual puddles. And you'll see here on this one, which created a beautiful painting. Again, this is a 5x7 canvas board. You see, just a canvas board. I buy these for my test pieces, especially when I'm working on a difficult project like this for clients or something new that I want to test out. Because I created all of the different puddles, I was able to not have to spread like this paint all the way across the canvas and muddy it all up. And I was able to keep some beautiful interest and maintain my colors there. So I did that on my both test canvases, on the actual canvases. So they're 12 by 24 inch galley wrap canvas. This is what I did. The first one, I had a lot of different pools of paint everywhere. And then the second one, I did less pools of paint, but larger. So I'll show you canvas number one. So over here, turn my light around so we can see a little bit better. Okay. So this one here is canvas number one. Now, you can see that I have a lot of different pools versus this one, the second one, I had less going on there. So larger puddles and less of them, smaller puddles and more of them. They both came out really beautiful. Let's see. I can get the sheen off. There we go. Both of them still kept their colors mainly intact. And I'm going to offer both of these up for the client to review so they can select which one they prefer, because they are both beautiful. They're just very different. There you go. And then this is the larger one, more bold. And on the video, this is the one that I painted on video. I did wind up taking this whole area out and re-blowing it. I didn't quite, it was just, there was just too much going on there, not enough negative space. And I did do some embellishing on my own. Oh, a lot of the, there we go. There we go. So there you go. So that's the second one. And that bronze really brings in a beautiful shimmer. And it helps create different tones of orange. They wanted to have different tones of orange, but I just used orange, and I got the different tones with the bronze, the white, and the black is organically gonna bring up, you know, its own tones. And I think that's just did this painting a lot more justice than adding a lot of different types of orange in there. This is one of my favorite parts here. It really looks like a butterfly's wing. So yeah, there it is. Here are the two pieces side by side. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day.